Hi there, and welcome to Apple World. Everyone realizes that Usher was too youthful when he was permitted to move in with Diddy, and everybody's asking where was his mom? Well, his mother is clearly being uncovered for supposedly coordinating the entire thing and not dealing with her own child, and afterward, only a couple of years after the fact, it seems like exactly the same thing was potentially rehashed with Justin Bieber. So is Justin's mother blameworthy too? For what reason did these moms let their children be separated from everyone else with Diddy, not to mention go on sleepovers? So clearly Usher's mother, Janetta Patton, isn't playing any games any longer. She directly up saying nothing more will be tolerated, and she's prepared to sort that record out sibling here from the very beginning we used to awaken. And I mean damn delay yet, like test out. I mean some time ago when he was like 10 and I was somewhat more established, his more established sibling, we used to battle about the over-the-ice chips. You understand what I'm talking about? Before Pa was developed. You understand what I'm talking about. However, it's my sibling for genuine. We used to really wrestle off of the ice drops since he used to constantly rise and shine sooner than now. One of the most extravagant on the planet, yo. We should rewind. So when Usher crashed at Diddy's cushion briefly, some say it was all business moves. However, how about we be genuine? Mom Patton wasn't flowing with that choice. I mean, who needs their child becoming involved with all that show whirling around Diddy? Right, well, quick forward, and things get considerably juicier, clearly, after Mother Patton found out about Usher's Flavor Camp ventures and that emergency clinic. On account of Diddy, she was prepared to toss down word on the roads that she was prepared to make a lawful move. Yes, it got that untidy. So Usher spilled all the tea in a meeting about the time Leave lived with Usher in New York City, and I lived with Sean Puffy CS for a year. That is an insane thing now. That was La Reed's thought. Right. There you go to learn Flavor Camp, that is what it was called, and you will go to Puff Daddy's during the 90s. Do you comprehend what that resembles? Puffy's place was like just loaded up with chicks and oring like relentless, right? No, not actually. I mean yet, hello, it was interested. I had an opportunity to see a few things. Better believe it yet, you 13 were, you see. I went there to see the way of life, right? And I saw it, and it was, nevertheless, I couldn't say whether I could enjoy and comprehend what I was in any event. Seeing it was wild, so no one directly said that residing with Puffy during the 90s resembled an entire powerful universe picture. This Usher's new foreseed youthful making a plunge into the charm and glitz of the New York City existence with Puffy as his person wild. Right, yet there's where it gets succulent client implied at some extremely obscure stuff going down at what Diddy called Flavor Camp. He saw things that left him scratching his head. You all like we're talking next level misfit conduct, and we should not fail to remember that Star said it was a big deal. Lil Kim, Mary J. Blig, Jod C. And the entire group were in the blend. No one attempted to. You know, some ladies didn't go along. I said, okay, I didn't get out. Whatever I said is that there were extremely inquisitive things occurring, and I wasn't guaranteed to comprehend. L. Kim Craig, this multitude of individuals is definitely sticking around, man. Confidence, Evans, Mary J. B. They had barely any familiarity with this gracious. I was living it up, you understand what I mean. Does he make them do any tasks? Are you doing dishes whatsoever, I mean, to keep you humble fairly? Or are you very much like, might you at any point keep awake till 4 a.m. with them and party? Could I really kept awake longer than them? And what do you have cash? What's happening? I mean, I had like Purdy M.I. had like, live yes, pretty insane yet when Howard Harsh hit him with the genuine inquiry. Would he at any point send his own kid to a Puffy camp? The attendee gave a reverberating no. And might you at any point fault his promotion? Presently, would you at any point send your child to Puffy camp? Damnation. No. See, except for what reason did this old meeting with Ushers unexpectedly explode? Once more, well, it's all attached to a progression of claims, close to home, beginning with one from his ex Cassie. Last November, now Cassie didn't keep down at all. Her claim charged Diddy of some genuinely obscure stuff. She guaranteed that he caused her to do a few exceptionally bizarre things with male laborers, all while recording it, and get this, he purportedly made her convey a weapon, despite the fact that she wasn't down with it. In addition to, she said he energized her substance use issues with various kinds of synthetics and liquor. Yet here's where it gets much more stunning. The claim got settled rapidly, with Diddy supposedly tossing around loads of money to make this entire claim disappear, yet he's keeping up with his accounts, swearing all over that he's so blameless. However, the thing is an ever-increasing number of charges content News springing up, including one from Now, a mail maker presently. Here's where Usher's old meeting returns into play. The clasp re-emerged on Instagram, and individuals couldn't resist the opportunity to come to an obvious conclusion when Usher directly up said that he'd never send his own children to it. Diddy camp people began causing a commotion there, probably been something truly off base for him to be so against it, right? However, stand by, there's without a doubt all the more presently Usher's up to. Speed in this claim play with Diddy and Lil Pol, so clearly there's some jabber about an anonymous R&B vocalist who purportedly took care of business with Diddy and his team, and think about who fits that charge. You got it, SERAM. I mean, it's really clear to see, like, who else possesses all the necessary qualities of a Super Bowl entertainer with a debilitated Vegas residency. Anyway, there's no strong evidence yet, so we should not rush to make judgment calls, but rather, here's the genuine article expose here, gloating about his triumph, guaranteeing he connected for certain large names in the business, and think about who's evidently one of them. You gotten it, Usher, and with Usher's name getting thrown around again, it's reasonable he's not by any means the only one. Inclination some sort of way. Pretty much this show word on the roads is the attendant's mother isn't keeping down. She's prepared to sort that record out on the obscure stuff that purportedly went down with Diddy. Well, leading there's his entire arrangement about Diddy probably landing Usher in the medical clinic. Better believe it. You heard that right? Mother Patton was clearly pissed to such an extent that she was prepared to toss down the claim. Yet we should rewind a tad. There's been discussion for a very long time about whether she was in the know about pretty much this load of crude stuff with Usher and Diddy. And I mean, come on, you're letting me know she never found out about these reports. It sounds a little suspenseful to me now that Mom Patton has said that she got her work done prior to giving attendant over to Diddy once upon a time. Yet here's the kicker. She concedes she had close to zero familiarity with Diddy at the time. She just confided in him as a coach for Usher. However, things proceeded, and not positively purportedly did he introduce a few compromising circumstances, and Usher lacked the ability to completely comprehend it at the time. At that point, there's a ton of carefully guarded secrets. Likewise, there's this entire tale about Usher hitting up a gay club after some Broadway shows presently, as indicated by sources. It was all chill, simply a lot of companions hanging out, yet things got wild when Usher got found going with one more buddy. I could go on and on about these claims guaranteeing Usher didn't unveil his supposed STI status. 2 ladies and a man, yes, and there have been a few and number of allegations. 2 ladies and a man directly up blamed Usher for neglecting to caution them about him supposedly having herpes. So Lisa Blossom dropped a claim guaranteeing Usher took care of business with these individuals after 2012 without spilling a tea about his sexually transmitted disease, which is like absolutely illegal. Some time ago, Lisa Sprout held a press slam in Midtown Manhattan with one of the informers. Quantasia Sharpton spilled her reality, saying that she got down with Usher at a lodging when she was only 19, that he never tried to make reference to his private business. Obviously, Sharpton felt her freedoms were exceeded. I feel that my privileges were disregarded. I'm standing up today for the benefit of myself and others, some of whom are positive and are humiliated to stand up openly. I'm doing this so he doesn't do this to any other individual. Currently, Usher's mother was enraged over these claims. She even said, assuming that I were in control, this Usher show couldn't have ever gone down. A lot of positive work went into making this megastar. I can't hold on and watch this, but here's where it deteriorates. There's discussion that some findings that landed attendance in the emergency clinic, supposedly politeness of Diddy, were the very ones that ignited those claims. Rumors from far and wide suggest that Usher dropped a cool $1 million to make those suits vanish, yet certain individuals actually ain't accepting that Mama Patton was ignorant regarding what was happening. Currently, Usher's been exceptionally hush about it too, when inquired as to whether his folks realized what was happening at Diddy's Flavor Camp. He directly up said that they did not know. Presently, there's some serious intensity going around with this charge that Diddy has some soil on Usher, like for genuine soil, and get this, before Diddy shut it down, individuals who purportedly dealt with Kim Watchman's book uncovered that this book should spill some tea on Usher as well. So there's this gossip tell-all book by Diddy x Kim Dorman, right, and supposedly it planned to spill all the tea about some insane stuff. Well, the tea is that it's reputed to dish on some wild-eye allegations like Diddy's secret gay romantic tales that he'd been stowing away and how he supposedly gave the sexually transmitted disease to Usher, yet that is not entirely there. There's this discussion about a Uber confrontation between Diddy and Usher's mother. Clearly, Usher's mother directly up-faced Diddy when she figured out what occurred, and she was even prepared to toss down with the claim. Diddy's Gay Connections is a film of those experiences with the men he laid down with sexually transmitted diseases. Diddy giving attendant a sexually transmitted disease and the unstable experience among Diddy and Usher. Subscribe Apple World for more videos.